Let's continue to another common writing error, which is tenses. When writing, sometimes we make mistakes in tenses. For example, our team placed last in the semifinals. The correct tense is past tense because it already happened in the past. So the correct sentence is our team placed last in the semifinals. So we change the verb into verb 2 by inserting the in the verb. And then another example, I write a letter now. When you would like to state something that is doing in the current time, we should use progressive or continuous tense because the sense of the example is doing things in current time. The correct sentence is using progressive tense. So the sentence becomes, I am writing a letter now. And the last example is, I work here since 2014. In this sentence, it means that you started working in 2014 and you are still working until now. Therefore, you should use present perfect tense. So the sentence becomes, I have worked here since 2014. And then wrong verb form. When you use some tenses, you have to change the verb form. For example, when you want to state something happened in the past, you have to use past tense or verb 2 in the sentence. Let's look at the example. Lo had wrote the best paper in the class. The verb wrote is wrong in the sentence. You should use past participles of verb 3 after had or have or has as an auxiliary verb. So the correct sentence is Lo had written the best paper in the class. And another example, I must go to the airport. 2 plus verb 1 is wrong in the sentence. The verbs that follow modals must be in the verb 1. So the example of modals are must, can, should, will, and etc. So the correct sentence is I must go to the airport. So modal verb plus verb 1. So I must go. And then unnecessary shift in verb tense. The first one is they plan to go camping with us, but they back out at the last time. So in the first clause, the verb went is in the verb 2, but the verb back in the next clause is in the verb 1. However, it is one sentence that has connection in time. Therefore, we should make it as they planned to go camping with us, but they backed out at the last minute. So the tense in the sentence is in the past tense. So we change the verb in the next clause into verb 2. And then let's go to the next error, which is the use of pronoun. The first one is vague pronoun reference. So let's look at the example. After Ben took the radio out of the car, he sold it. In the sentence, it is not clear which one that the pronoun it refers to. Is it the radio or is it the car? So we can make the sentence as Ben sold the car after he took the radio out of it. So now the pronoun of it clearly refers to the car. And then lack of pronoun antecedent agreement. For example, a dedicated musician should practice playing their instrument. The pronoun they refer to dedicated musician. However, there is only one dedicated musician in the sentence. Therefore, pronoun they is not suitable in the sentence. And you can make the correct sentence as a dedicated musician should practice his or her instrument. So we change the pronoun they into his or her. Or, dedicated musicians should practice their instruments. We still use pronoun they in the sentence, but we change the musician into plural form. And then next is sentence fragment. For example, I didn't have time to eat breakfast, full stop, on the morning of my driver's test. It is inappropriate when you separate the sentence into two fragments like this. On the morning of my driver's test is not even a sentence, it is a phrase. So you should combine the sentence and phrase into I didn't have time to eat breakfast on the morning of my driver's test. So you have to be careful when you want to separate sentence. And then next error is about punctuation. So punctuation is how you use comma, full stop, colon, semicolon, and etc. And for the detailed explanations of punctuation, you can read on the handout attached in this folder. And actually, other than these errors, there must be many other errors that we still make, such as prepositions, adverbs, relative clauses, comparative and superlative, adjective, and etc. So you can search by yourself about the errors. Okay, and that's all about materials about common writing error in paragraph-based writing. So thank you.